The GH recap for April 14, 2023 has Trina placing an important phone call. The General Hospital recap features Trina Robinson finding a phone and getting word to the mainland. In this episode, Spencer's dangerous diversion allowed Trina to get information to the authorities on what Victor has done. In the dining room, Spencer learned his uncle was now going to punish him for going rogue. At General Hospital, Jordan tried to get Curtis to promise not to go rogue himself in the search for the haunted star. Also, the Chase men discussed their lady problems, while Sam had a chat with Alexis as Brooke, Lynn, and Maxie caught up on post-nurses' ball events. Now, let's dig a little deeper into the details. Curtis, Donald Turner, assured Portia, Brooke care. He would make sure Trina, Tabian Ali, got home safely, calling her his daughter too. The estranged newlyweds shared a brief tender moment, but then Curtis left to see if Jordan had more information about Trina. Laura, Ginny Franco's, explained to Jordan, Tanisha Harper, that the reason she didn't let her in on what was going on with Vanna and Victor was that she didn't want to compromise Jordan's job as police commissioner. Jordan was still furious because everything had gone wrong with their plan and insisted she was kept in the loop from here on out. Laura then informed Jordan that Felicia, Christina Wagner, was busy tracking someone down who might have a lead on Victor's whereabouts. Curtis overheard their conversation and said he wanted in on all of their plans. Over on the Haunted Star, Spencer, Nicholas Alexander Chavez, had Liesl, Kathleen Gaddy, at knife point as Victor, Charles Shaughnessy, just sat there and sipped his coffee, telling Spencer he could kill her if he wanted. At least it was enough of a diversion for Trina, Tabian Ali, to get into the communications room. The problem was she wasn't sure what to do there. Being the smart girl she is, she searched around and found a satellite phone. Trina promptly called her mom and explained that Victor kidnapped Spencer, Liesl, and Ace, but she snuck onto the boat, and Victor didn't even know she was there. Portia quickly ran to Jordan, Laura, and Curtis, so Trina explained that she was in the communications room but didn't know what to do with the equipment there. However, Laura did and remembered the radar screen. Trina found it, located their coordinates, and rattled them off before telling Portia she loved her and hanging up. Trina listened to Curtis's order not to take the phone, but on a whim, she swiped a walkie-talkie before making a run for it. When Victor's goons returned, they noticed one of the walkie-talkies was missing. Back in the dining room, Spencer once again threatened to kill Liesl, but Victor warned him if he did, then he would be sealing baby Ace's fate, and Ace was Spencer's main concern in this whole situation. Victor even said he'd sacrifice his own life and go vaccine-free if he could save humanity, which is both nuts and altruistic of him. Spencer finally relented and let Liesl go, but only after he realized most of Victor's goons were in the dining room and not where Trina was. Victor then tied both his hostages up as Spencer tried to reason with his uncle and find a better way to save mankind. After the guards took Liesl away, Victor once again lectured his nephew about family love and loyalty. The madman insisted he was doing this for the people he loved. Spencer taunted him about how much he needed him now that Valentine, James Patrick Stewart, and Nicholas, Adam Huss, had abandoned the clan. Spencer was now the Cassadine heir, but Victor was happy to have a spare in Ace, a baby he could raise and teach to be a true Cassadine. He then announced that Spencer had to be punished so he would be depriving him of luxuries, including food. As the guard took Spencer back to his room, Trina snuck around a corner and gave Spencer a thumbs up at the gym. The Chase men discussed the Civilian Review Board meeting and how Brooke, Lynn, Amanda Seton, got Chase, Josh Swickard, a second chance to get his job back. Chase pointed out that none of this would have happened if BL Key had sent the letter to the board to begin with. Chase insisted that Brooke Lynn's actions were unsupportive, and she hurt him too much to forgive. She sold out to Link, Dan Baran, and he can't get over it. However, Gregory Harrison, pointed out that what BLQ did at the nurses' ball should absolve her. Sadly, that wasn't good enough for Chase, and he insisted he just couldn't trust her. Gregory still defended Brooke Lynn, but it didn't make much difference to Chase. After Gregory insisted everyone deserved a second chance, Finn asked his father when Alexis would get hers. Gregory stayed silent while both of his sons asked what Alexis did that was so bad as to earn their dad's ire. All Gregory would say was that Alexis overstepped and violated his trust. Sounds familiar. Brooke Lynn spent time helping Willow, Caitlin McMullen, by watching Wiley and Amelia and demanded that Maxie, Kirsten Storms, join her. So Maxie arrived with a brand new fresh head of brunette hair. She explained to Brooke Lynn how her children were freaked out by their grandma Liesel disappearing. Maxie was nervous enough about Liesel, but Brooke Lynn added to her nerves by telling her she has to plan Willow's wedding in less than a day. This only made Maxie worry about Liesel more than ever, but she still took on the challenge of planning this big affair. Maxie found this job to be easier than planning the nurses' ball, but she wanted Michael, Chad Duell, and Willow to have some special music, so she suggested that BLQ write a song that Chase could perform. Brooke Lynn insisted Chase would not work with her, but Maxie informed her friend that Chase had a look of pride on his face when she outed Link at the ball. Brooke Lynn still insisted Chase wanted nothing to do with her, but then realized that she would be able to help Chase at the CCRB meeting. As Chase got ready to make his case, he was surprised to see BLQ storm in the door. Finally, Sam, Kelly Monaco, dropped by Alexis, Nancy Lee Grahn office while she was on the phone asking reporters to help find the haunted star. Sam wanted to know as much as she could about what was going on with her crazy uncle, but Alexis didn't have much information. In fact, Alexis was much more interested in learning why Sam had bailed out Cotty, Josh Kelly. Sam tried to just shrug it off, but then ended up telling her mother everything about Gladys, Bonnie Burrows, Sasha, Sophia Matson, and the bracelet. Alexis was not automatically on Cotty's side, which perturbed Sam. The subject turned to Gregory, and Alexis had to admit he did not have a drinking problem, but didn't mention that Gregory was actually sick. When Alexis was finally alone, Gregory showed up at her office door. General Hospital airs weekdays on ABC. For more about what's coming up in Port Charles, check out all the latest that's been posted on GA Spoilers, and for an in-depth look at the show's history, click here. The best place for true soap fans to be is our Facebook groups. Have you joined? If you love soap spoilers, gossip, and fans as dedicated as yourself.